Good evening, friends. Monday is happening all around you, and you can't stop it. And so, might as well just lean into the Monday and let the Monday go. Just let it go. Hello, and I hope everybody had a good week. It's been a crazy week in small press, and just when I think I can't get any madder, I get madder. Peter Hunt out there, a friend of the channel, was worried about my blood pressure. I understandably so. You can't be outraged all the time. So you can't. I mean, I've like the horse is dead, and it's not even glue anymore. And so you just like at some point you're just kicking yourself. You're just kicking yourself, and it's just not healthy. It can be fun, it can be entertaining, and it could be empowering. Anger is empowering, but it burns you up real fast. So how much more spark is left, I don't know, but we're just gonna hope. And I'm kind of gleeful about the way Cemetery Dance is going. It's kind of like I was on the fence for a long time. Should I root for the demise? Should I like be happy that they're going to go under, or should I be hoping for that comeback story of somebody who's redeemed themselves? And everybody loves a comeback story. So I didn't know I didn't know which adventure I was going to pick. And I'm kind of like, yeah, die, like sink, because Richard Chismar made that decision for himself, and now I'm more and more comfortable with it. Like the guy, if this wasn't his last chance, or the one time that he cannot not step in front of a microphone and apologize and let everybody know that he's gonna not be a bad bastard anymore. If this wasn't it, then it's not happening, and he could just rot. So I appreciate him making that decision for me. So let's check in with the Magic Duff Bucket. But first, I want to say hi to my friends who showed up to have a beer and a laugh and a book. What's up, Mark, Phil, Mike, Phil, Alexia, Nick, Brandon, Patty, Zach? Good to see you. Evening, everyone. Missed the last few weeks. Been flying nights, and it sucks. Oh, I'm sorry, Zach. I know there's no rest for the pilots. What's up, Jason, Alan, Baron? Good to see you, Baron. And Ron, evening, everyone. My copy of Levidian's Mystery Walk arrived 30 minutes ago. So between that and the stream, tonight's a winner. Yes, I got mine in my pile right here. What's up, number one? Good to see you. And Christopher, hello. Yeah, so Magic Duff Bucket. What have you got for me today? It is the last Jeff Word Stout, the last one in the house. And it's a nice night for a Jeff Word Stout. No beer for me, only margaritas and tacos. So you someplace cool, Zach? Are you someplace interesting and fun? Sounds like you are if you're getting margaritas and tacos. Sounds like my kind of Monday night. I would like a margarita myself, but that's for Tuesdays, because Monday is Jeff Word Stout. Oh, you beautiful bastard. Nocturnal Nasties. Hey there from Ireland. Got up to pee, couldn't get back to sleep. Well, that's the worst when you get up to pee. And that's probably ahead in my future. Like, this is an hourglass. This is an alarm clock for later. This is going to go off, and I'm going to have to get up probably. You ever drink so much Jeff Word Stout that when you stand up, you can't fully stand up and you got to walk over hunched because you're so full? But welcome here from Ireland. You're 6 hours ahead, I believe, in the future. So what is that? Where does that put you? 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2 in the morning, 2:30 a.m. Totally forgot it's Cinco de Mayo until 5 minutes ago. Oh, that's right, Cinco de Mayo. There's a birthday in my family that lands on the same day. So it's always that person's birthday as opposed to Cinco de Mayo, which is an Americanized holiday. It's not even, I don't think it's an authentic Mexican holiday. It's cultural appropriation. Is that what it is? Nope. At home, I'm the chef and bartender. Oh, happy Cinco de and if you're gonna appropriate a culture, yes, have a margarita and a taco. Like I approve of that. Let's do it. What's up, Jason? Good to see you. Greetings and salutations, Stephen Dwayne Allison Jr. Howdy. I'm sorry, Savichalek. Sevsavalek. I'm sorry. I don't know how to say your name, but I'm glad you're here. Your beer is like the book I just started. Best served cold. Cool. 1:30 a.m. Okay. So it's an hour. I'm getting it mixed up with London time, but for me, it's all UK. Remember when the sun never set on the English Empire, on the British Empire? Remember that? I don't think that's the case anymore. My family from Mexico still loves Cinco de Mayo, so I think it's okay. Well, there you go. Okay. If you've got that approvals, like, just make sure you have it down, because I know in Chicago, Cinco de Mayo was a big day, a big fun day, a lot of good food. It's an actual holiday. Mexico against the French sometime in the 1800s. Okay, so maybe it's an actual holiday, but I think in Chicago it got mixed up with Mexican Independence Day, and this is not the channel for that. Like, this is not the channel for history or geopolitical, a lot of ins and outs. There's a lot of strands in old Duder's head, and none of them are history. AI says May 5th in Mexico City is Cinco de Mayo, a holiday commemorating the 1862 victory of the Mexican army over the French at the Battle of Puebla. While not a national holiday in Mexico, it's celebrated with parades, festivals, and traditional Mexican food, particularly in the city of Pueblo, where the battle took place. Well, there you go. AI is going to save us all. Oh. Did you read No Fair? I did not read No Fair yet. I have not read anything all week. Nothing. And it shows. It's an intellectual, emotional diet. And if I don't read, it shows in my thinking. Like right now, I can't string words together. It's that bad. Like, you have to feed it. You have to feed it. You have to read it. You have to write it. You have to create it. You have to consume it. And if I don't, it's a lot of trying to connect to the World Wide Web via modem, is via dial-up modem. I need to specify. See, just like that high-pitched screaming, goes on. So I did not, but I should. Did you listen to anything though? Now I tried. And Jason, what were you saying? Not just Chicago that got the Independence Day mixed up. Heard it in multiple states I've lived. Yeah, you know why? Because when you just take it and you fake it, then you end up and you break it. So a lot of gringos and güeros running around going, it's Mexican Independence Day, because they don't know. They probably think St. Patrick's Day is Irish Independence Day. They just don't know. But Nocturnal Nasties would know. And that might be a sore subject. Sorry, Nocturnal Nasties, because now that I'm thinking about it, there's a whole thing about Irish independence that's not quite there yet. 26 plus 6 equals 1. Am I right? Or should I not say that? I don't know what's acceptable. The Troubles. Yeah, Sunday Bloody Sunday. What's going on, Hardcover? Good to see you. The Troubles. Yeah. So I don't know if that's there's a lot of dispute about what the colors in the Irish flag mean, and I'm not I'm not wading into that. I got the leprechaun on my arm though. So that's the leprechaun eating a heart. He's eating a heart. That was a very bad decision. In a long line of them, and it's a continuing long line of bad decision. Or as my nephew says, it's a bag of scissors. Seriously, if you want to say it's a bad decision, just say it's a bag of scissors. And it conjures up in your mind a bag of scissors, which is a bad decision. If you're going to put your scissors in anything, a bag doesn't seem to be the appropriate conveyance for scissors. Multiple. Now, you could take some precautions and secure the scissors in some sort of a foam padding so that you can put them in a bag with a reasonable expectation of safety. But if you don't, a bag of scissors is a bad decision. Good evening, Lance. Good to see you. Jeff, you going to go for Suntup this month? If it's the Charlie sequel, I probably will not. My buying freeze, I discovered, was like a permafrost, and there are many layers to it. And I find myself passing on titles that would have otherwise been no-brainers. For example, PS Publishing is doing Firestarter with Dave McKean art. I happen to be somebody solidly in the camp of love it when it comes to Dave McKean art. Wizard and Glass is probably my favorite Dark Tower book with the McKean art. I just love it. I don't know what it is. Like all art, it's subjective, but I love it. And I know it's sort of divisive. A lot of people are like, oh man, I hate that stuff, but I love it. And it's Firestarter. I don't have an acceptable reading copy of Firestarter. I don't even have, I might have a book club edition that's falling apart. And I can't even read Firestarter. But do I have something somewhere? Oh, you know what? I bought one at half price books, so I'd have a reading copy. But anyway, that one is like historically a no-brainer. I skipped over 11/22/63 because I couldn't in good faith buy that book after I've sort of bashed it about. But Firestarter is actually, when I read it back in the day, and I didn't get very far into it, and I just put it down, never picked it up. I think that was more of a mood than a DNF. But this book is one I should buy, and it's going to come out Friday. They're going to do the public release for it on Friday. I'm absolutely passing. Just not doing it. It comes out to, with the conversion from Great Britain pounds to dollars, it'll come out to over $200. So I'm not. And so yeah, so Suntup with Charlie's sequel. I mean, I got Charlie sitting back there. I can't, man. I just can't do it. No, I mean, my days of staying on month after month, those are long gone. And I can't imagine getting back on. Like it's like here's this. It's like somebody who was like 800 pounds. I'm not going to pretend to know what it's like to be 800 pounds, but I'd imagine your stomach is stretched substantially. Like it's going to take a lot of White Castles to stuff in your hunger hole. You're going to have to cram a lot in your hunger hole to stop those hunger pains. Right. And then you lose a lot of weight. Maybe your stomach shrinks and now it's more manageable and it doesn't take as much to fill it and whatever. I don't know the mechanics of it, but I've shrunk my mental budget for books and I'm back to those pre-Suntup days where I'm like, man, I just can't do that. That's a lot of money. It's funny. It just snapped back, it's like, again, getting those trade editions and author specific stuff. If Suntup did a Philip Fracassi book, I would definitely have to consider getting a numbered edition. And even in that case, I would maybe consider selling or trading for it with some of my old Sun Tup books. I don't know. I mean, dude, you have no idea how many situations I've been in where a bag of scissors was the correct answer. You just swing it. Where did you hear about Firestarter? First I've heard of it. I love Firestarter. Same here. I love WAG. Oh, Wizard and Glass. Oh, was my favorite. See? Yeah. PS Pub mentioned the book in their last newsletter. I think it's Friday. Yeah. Yeah. So that's where it came from, Ron. I got a secret pre-order link so I could buy it with no fuss and get my matching number. That's how hardcore I am. And I really considered it. I did pull up the conversion rates and I saw what the dollar is doing against the Great Britain pound, and that's brutal. It's 150 Great Britain pounds to buy it. And if it was $150, I'd have been more tempted, but I still would have passed. Wait, when did you hear about Firestar? Yeah, so I got a secret link, but then they just did it in their newsletter. When was it? I mean, regular newsletter, probably last Friday, right? That's when it comes out every Friday. Yeah, Friday, May 2nd. I could show you. I could do that. I could do that as a service. Ignore all the stuff you see in my email. Just ignore it. It doesn't matter. We're all fam. We're all fam, right? So this is the regular newsletter. Right? So you got all this stuff. That looks like Billy Bob Thornton. It is Billy Bob Thornton. Huh. That's funny. He looks like he's aging in reverse. That was a weird distraction. So yeah, here it is. They just got this banner going, right? So it's Dave McKean. I saw other art, but since that was in a secret pre-order link, I don't think I can, I'm not going to show you. Can't do it. So we're pleased to announce that we're ready to launch our next Stephen King project, Firestarter. And then blah, blah, blah. And then the 580-page book has been beautifully illustrated by Dave McKean and will be presented in an illustrated slipcase, following the same as our other Stephen Kings. The order page will go live at 4 p.m. UK time on Friday, the 9th of May. It'll be 150 pounds and 30 pounds for fully tracked Royal Mail. So that's 170 pounds, which translates to about $220, and F to the no. And I will say, I do think it'll be worth it. I think it'll be a great addition. I would be happy to have it. I stopped at different seasons. I have the Colorado Kid with Dave McKean art in it. I just, it's a no, unfortunately, no from me. But you guys should be on the lookout if that is your bag. I'm surprised you didn't hear about it, Ron. If you're not on the newsletter, check your spam because I thought you were. But if not, go to the site at 4 p.m. UK time, whatever that is. It's like 10 a.m. I don't know if they're going to batch it out like they did before. PS Publishing has had tremendous struggles with these Stephen King releases, and they're trying to get it they're trying to fine tune it, and it just ain't coming into focus for them. But the reason is they're trying to solve an impossible problem. It's impossible to solve the problem of getting limited editions to unlimited people. You can't, unless you just do like what Brian James Freeman did and just the pre-order orders set the print run. But guess what? There are a lot of people who are like, I didn't even know about that. I didn't know. Do you have any extras? Damn it. And then they're upset. I don't like how they do that. Why did they do that? Why don't they give everybody the same chance? And when it goes live, it goes live. You're always going to have somebody who missed out and they're going to blame somebody else. And this is coming from a guy who lost out on Suntup's Misery. I was there and I was on it and I almost had it in my cart, and I guess it didn't behave. It didn't. The site didn't interact well with Chrome or something. I should have been on Firefox. I would have had Misery on my shelf. Jeez. Oh man, could you imagine that? Damn, I missed the one PS newsletter, and it's the one I needed to read. I will search up order day time info and hope for. Well, hopefully I answered that for you, Ron. Hopefully you hear that. I heard about the release of Firestarter, but haven't seen photos. Now that you've had the Stand Cemetery Dance for a few days, what's your opinion on the Pet Cemetery from them that's coming out? Well, Ron and I would not do it. I'm not. Vincent Chong's a great artist. The paper might be better in Pet Cemetery. I doubt it will, but it's going to be a smaller page count so they can up the page quality, because the heavier the weight the paper, the thicker the paper, the less pages you can fit between those boards. I mean, again, look at a Magica from Suntop. It's this fat, there you go. And it's not even I mean, well, whatever. It's a crazy amount of pages to do anything other than what they did. So to keep it a manageable size, it had to be the paper quality that they have. So it wasn't going to get any better than they have it. So I am a hard pass on Pet Cemetery. I think that Chismar, again, I think I said this last week, he had a moment where he was buying back some of that goodwill. He was getting some of it back by shipping the Stand. Because I really was. When I held that book, I was a little bit amazed. And I didn't realize how much I was expecting them to fold before the Stand shipped. So holding the book, and I said it in the video, this is a mythological beast. I did not think this book would ever exist, really. And I didn't think that until I was holding it. So he was getting a little bit of that goodwill back, and then the Kiesling thing happened, and all the photo credits are wrong in the Stand. I don't know if you all saw this, but in my video, I point out that the copyright page does not credit Francois for any interior illustrations, and it gives Ned Dameron a cover credit, which is wrong because it's Francois' art that's on the cover. So the copyright page is wrong. The Dust Jacket page credits Francois for the cover, but it still doesn't give him credit for interiors. And that is a heavy duty blow to Francois. Like, that was very hurtful to him. It really, it was bad. I had some messages with him, and he was like, the book will forever deny that I've done work on it. Because it doesn't matter about errata sheets or public apologies or anything. That book will be handed down to other people, and over time, errata sheets will get forgotten, and that book will deny Francois his rightful place in publishing history. And it's a gem to work on the Stand. I mean, holy shit, what an honor. And he was denied the honor. It doesn't even matter if he was paid or not. I believe he was paid, but it's that whole acknowledgement, the honor of being able to have your name in a Stephen King book denied him. And that's just awful. So, and I have a feeling the Artist Dust Jacket will be the same situation. But also, I don't know if you saw this, which kind of explains why the credit situation was bad. Because according to an ARC, they were promising that the books the Stand will have a reversible dust jacket with Ned Dameron's cover artwork on one side and exclusive cover artwork by Francois on the other. So that is why the copyright page credits both Ned and Francois on the art for the cover. But they changed it up and did not go through and correct the record on the copyright page or the dust jacket. Having an error on an arc is acceptable. That's what it's for. These arcs are as we work through the process. But Dan Franklin here acknowledges it. He said both the GE gift edition and artist edition were supposed to have reversible DJs, one side from Francois, one from Dameron. We had the art picked out and everything, and it's why the dead church is on the cover of some of the arcs instead of the walking man at sunset. Our printer advised it was not viable for a couple of reasons. The biggest one being the sheer size of the book, meaning the DJs would have a high chance of getting damaged during the reversing, and that it was a massive complication on a delicate project. So sadly, had to cancel the plan there. And then, of course, the lettered won't have a DJ because none of the lettereds do. So that's an explanation. It still sucks, you know. It's acceptable, but it at least tells us why that transpired that way. Let's see. Okay. I have mine reserved already. Oh, Firestarter? Only a fellow Chicagoan would measure hunger in White Castle sliders. You know what it is here, Stephen Weinhausen Jr.? The Tennessee version of White Castles is crystals. So there could be a time where you're in Tennessee and it's 2 a.m. and you're real itchy and you're like, man, I got to get some crystal. You know where I can get some crystal? And then you go to a place called Crystals. Anyone ordering the Curious King the Martian tomorrow? Yeah, I was going to talk about that. So you'll order Firestarter for me, Jeff? Thanks, man. I am not. I can't. I just can't. You should. I don't think I hit my. In all honesty, I don't think my pre-order link works anymore. $200 for glued binding. Pass on the Martian for me. Easy pass. The Martian order is tomorrow for by Curious King. The Martian was good, but not great, so I passed. I don't have a copy of Firestarter anymore. Would like one, but have too many other books on my list to buy. Yeah, Lance, I hear that. Jason, good to see you. It's going to have CD on the spine. Don't buy it. Sorry, I'm late. I can only guess the topic. We're kind of sliding away from that, Stephen, but good to see you here. Didn't someone post about how the DJ was supposed to? Yeah. Okay. You're catching up to me. I'm catching up to you. And then we're all caught up. But I'm glad to see you back here, Stephen. It's been a long time, I think. I don't remember seeing you. That type of error screwed up the artist credits is unacceptable. I know. It's because CD couldn't pull off a reversible dust jacket using 21st century technology somehow. It's like how I just discovered how to. Whoa. Yeah, you gotta respect the Jeff Ward Stout. Discovered how to share my screen on live streaming. You know, it's kind of like that moment. Oh, and I have to correct the record. When I was on my video, I was talking about it's Ned Dameron's decision or story to tell. I totally forgot Ned Dameron passed away, and that's he was working on the stand, and he died from ALS, and he was deteriorating during that project. And it sounded tone deaf to me when I was listening to it. I'm like, because I heard that. I'm like, well, that's Ned's business to tell. And I'm like, wait a second. And then I remembered, I'm like, oh man, you doofus. But it was already edited, already up. I couldn't put anything in the video, but I did put in the description of that video. I felt really bad. I didn't want to make anybody think I was being flip about something or whatever. So anyway, I just wanted to get that out of the way. Did the artist ever speak about the copyright page publicly? I feel tremendously bad about that. Is that even legal to do? I don't know about the legality. It's an error. They've apologized to Francois. It's been posted about. Francois hasn't said anything publicly. He has grieved. I mean, he's. I'm not. I don't mean to laugh at that. I'm not laughing at that, but if I feel like it's not my word to use for him, that's what I'm saying. But he was drawing a bunch of trees, and he's like, really, it hurts. It obviously hurt him a great deal, and I don't think I understood the gravity of it till I saw. I was texting him, and I saw him drawing those sketches, talking about how he's going to move on. If you don't recall, I interviewed Francois on the channel, and he talked about how Cemetery Dance, and specifically Richard Chismar, gave him his start in the small press world, in this particular Stephen King horror community. And it meant a great deal to him. And he was worried I was going to start bashing Richard Chismar to him while he was sharing his personal story, but I would never do that. I mean, that's his story. I want to hear it. And he shared it, and I thought it was awesome. And yeah, even real bad people can do great things, And so I never faulted him for having a positive opinion of Richard Chismar at that point. So for him, it was a real heartbreak. It's a true betrayal. It's a deep betrayal for that. And it's not anything Cemetery Dance can fix. I mean, what are they going to do? Reprint the entire run? I mean, it's sort of like, I mean, I could see how it really hurts, because he's like, you didn't think it was that important to update and to make sure the copyright page gives me credit. Because there's two things an author and an artist and a photographer and any creator wants. That's the payday and the credit. That's how these careers are built. And yeah, and like there ain't any amount of money they can throw at him that it's going to make it better. So Ned Dameron can't say anything. He's passed away. And but Francois probably just like he's letting it go, CD better get the credits correct when they print the art portfolio. That I believe is already printed as well. But I think that's not going to be a big deal, because that's an art portfolio. It's probably like, this is featuring the art from Francois. So Francois should have that at the very least, because it's going to have his signature in it. And yeah, that raises the question. I don't think they collected Ned's before he passed on. Dang it, I'm late. Did I miss a rant? Kind of, Einar. How very DRP of them, yes. Sounds like the mistakes of a rush job, which is shame given how late the book. Yeah, that's what somebody said. If only they had more time. 7 years just wasn't long enough. And for me, so for some people, it was 11 years they waited. CD can't do a single thing without screwing it up. And that's the thing. When I saw those emails from Richard Chismar and Cemetery Dance just promoting Widow's Point, which I've read. So Widow's Point was a book written by Billy Dick Chiz and his son Little Willie. And it's the very first use of Francois Vaillancourt art. So I had that book and I sold it. Do I wish I still had it? Maybe. Because it was the very first thing Francois did for Cemetery Dance. He might have done the poster for one of their little shit movies, but he did that book. I think that was the first book he did. And I had it, and I read it. And at the time, I was a big Cemetery Dance fan. And I read it, and my opinion on it was, it's a bit cliche. Like, it's a found footage novel about a haunted lighthouse. And in the headlines, like the pull quotes they had to promote the book was like, that's a bad place. I don't think people should go there. Like that's how they were selling it. So he wrote it with his son, whatever. And there were maybe a couple of creepy moments. The book is basically a transcription of recorded audio found after this lighthouse keeper or this paranormal hunter paranormal investigator goes missing after exploring the super haunted lighthouse. And so they find the audio and they transcribe it. And it's a mystery. Nobody knows what happened to that guy in that lighthouse. And so I read it. I'm like, okay, yeah. Oh, it's whatever. It's been done to death. It didn't do anything new, but it wasn't a bad afternoon. That's how it was. That's it's room temperature horror. And there was maybe one or two creepy moments in there. There were a couple creepy moments and forgettable. And it was just like 1408. So the Stephen King story where the paranormal investigator has to get past the guy running the hotel to get into room 1408. It's brilliant. I think that's a brilliant short story. I absolutely love it. Richard Chizmar tries the same thing, and it's just dumb. It's just a stupid book. So he did an expanded edition, and now he's pimping that book. And he's doing all the stupid. He's spamming the Cemetery Dance email list. All the stupid bullshit he's done where he's exhausted any goodwill or credit or anything that people could have extended to him in the past. It's gone. He's toast. And he's just doing that. So once he started doing that, it's like you're done. Anyway, whatever. It's a shame, but Centipede Press does reversible DJs frequently without issues. Yeah, a number of publishers have. Yeah, you won't see his work with CD anymore. I know he was drawing that. He's parting ways with him, and that hurts the most because it's like that's the house. Like if you have a Rolodex, Mitch, a Rolodex is a thing people used to do before they had all the contacts in their phone. They had a thing with little pieces of paper and you write phone numbers down. So that'd be the one in his Rolodex that he would never turn down a call from because that's the one who gave him a start. That's what loyalty is. For him to break his bond with that is like, damn you for making me hate you. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a shame because, the thing is, Francois has a heart. Chizmar doesn't. And he doesn't get it. Evening, Tim. Good to see you. Good to see you here. We have to think about it from the actual printer's company. How much effort would you put into a client that's probably always late for every payment? Yeah, true. It's like, hey, this is going to cost you more. It's going to take more time. And it probably did come down to that for Cemetery Dance. Like, well, it's going to cost more and it's going to set us back on the schedule maybe. And it's also a complicated process. We'll just talk about that part of it and move on. So I don't know. So passing on Pet Cemetery is easy because I just don't think, I think any of the goodwill, he was starting to creep back, starting to fill up in his bank account, went out the window with the whole, all the bullshit that's happened and his lack of saying anything about it. Like that was his moment. He could grab some of it back by really just finally getting up in front of people, but that's gone. So I don't even know if Pet Cemetery will get released from the printer. Like it might be the case where they go bankrupt and they have to sell off all their stuff. And then the printer has the copies of the book that they could sell for whatever they want to recoup some of their money. But the customers are shit out of luck. He mentioned that he cannot use the stand in his portfolio of work if approaching a new press that he has not worked with before. Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I didn't read all of his thread, but perhaps he did speak publicly about it, and I just didn't read it. But I don't see why he shouldn't be able to. Those are his pieces. It doesn't deny that he did that. Nobody would deny that he did that. And I think it's an extra step to say, hey, will you vouch for me or what? I don't know. And the errata sheet will verify that he did it. And of course, the website will show that he did it. All the places that aren't as important as the copyright page, but still may help. Hey, hello, Russell. Good to see you. Your killer bunny to sit down and watch me. Wow, your killer bunny's restless. So Rolled Oats is looking for the next victim to roll. Can you speak more about The Martian? Thoughts on the edition and the company making it? Thoughts on if the company's good? Yeah, they're good. They're great. I listened to the audio of 1408 driving my parents' house this past Christmas. So now it's a Christmas book for me. That's the same thing. I listened to the audio. Now it's a road trip audio. It is Stephen King reading it, and it's awesome. And Ronan, I'm going to get to that next. So I'll pull it up so you can see it. But yeah, 1408, if you've not heard it on Blood and Smoke, is Stephen King reading it is awesome. It's awesome. It was just a matter of time before Chiz stepped in it. He's been skirting that line for so long now. It's kind of weird that someone didn't call him out sooner. Well, I mean, I've been doing it from here, and a lot of people have been doing it online, and it's just a shame that I really, back in October, I wrote that newsletter, like for Stephen King to step up. Jeff Vandermeer's raised the alarm, all these people all along the line. And people are like, well, it's a first world problem, Waiting for the stand sure gave you PTSD. Kind of did. It kind of did. So what are we going to show you? Yes. So this is epic. So if you're wondering about Curious King, they are the Suntup. They're the UK Suntup that specializes in sci-fi fantasy. So here's The Martian by Andy Weir. And so this is on their website. You can see it now. And this is the art. Zhuzhing Zhang. I don't know how to say this artist's name. Zhuzhing Zhang. But look at that art. I think the art speaks for itself. Beautiful. And I'll show you the edition. So this is a stack. So there you go. You got the standard edition on top. What does he call them? Standard, deluxe, and lettered. Standard, deluxe, and lettered. Now I don't collect from Curious King actively because I just don't have the funds, and he's hitting at a genre that's adjacent to my interests, but not squarely within them. And look at that. I mean, you'll get a better look at these books down here. There's the artist. He looks like any guy you'll run into on the subway. And then there's the art. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's beautiful art. The Martian. Zhuzhing Zhang is a freelance Chinese concept artist and illustrator based in Shanghai. So here's the standard edition. Comes with a slipcase. It's pretty much awesome sauce. I have 2 Curious King books, and they are beautiful. You can see them on my channel. I unboxed them. The 5th season and the blade itself. Both are standards that punch way above their weight. They are almost Suntup numbered editions. Oh, wow. Is that the Naked book? So that's with the dust jacket. There's the Naked book. Damn, dog. That is some awesome shit. Look at that. Wow. I don't know why I dig that so much, but I do. I dig that. And I've not read the story. So if there's some sort of owner's manual or some sort of a tie-in that makes sense to somebody, because it's got a lot of red dirt on there, I'm sure it's even cooler for somebody who's read the book. So there it is, the standard edition. Beautiful, man. So, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 1408, 14 So, oh, it's a different edition, I believe. Is it? So this is what they sometimes split them up. Let me get that right for you. Limited to 200 copies of the deluxe edition. It's letterpress printed. Wow. The boards are covered in deep red pivoine swaddle, and comes with a spacecraft onlay on front on both the front and back boards in Corvan Carbon X maroon paper that emulates the style of carbon fiber. The spine has been rounded and comes with 2 hits of foil stamping, as well as a white head and tail bands for red ribbon. Okay, so no, it's just one then. The top edge has also been hand sprayed black with red flecks to match the book. It's awesome. Whatever it is, it's awesome. You could see it. So there's that. That's the book, the standard edition, and then we move into. So this is the deluxe. Oh, okay. I totally messed it up. I was reading from the deluxe. The boards are bound. So this the standard edition will have the dust jacket, and then it's wrapped around with the ID card design across the front and the back. Okay. All right. So I stepped in that. So that I was getting ahead of myself. Now this is the deluxe edition. Everything I just read to you about that, well, that's the deluxe edition. So there it is. This is the red swaddle. No dust jacket for this baby. It's beautiful. I and what was it priced at? 590 pounds if you get it after it's been published. 565 pounds if you get it now. And it goes on sale. When was it? Tomorrow. Tomorrow. This will go up. And then the lettered edition. Check this out. This is bonkers. You ever see? Look at this. Oh my God, that looks awesome. That looks amazing. So I encourage you to go to the Curious King website and see all this for yourself. I believe it is in the description of this video. This one here is 1,800 pounds if you pre-order it. I doubt you'll be able to. Apparently, these are selling really fast in the pre-order phase. So, what are you all saying? What are we all saying here? Evening, Tim. I said hi to you. Are you back? Are you leaving? He mentioned that he cannot. Okay. Where am I at? It was just a matter of time. Okay, waiting for the stand. Yeah. I'm willing to pick up some of the old CD books in the secondhand market. I picked up Night Shift for a decent price, although I know that one showed up quite late too. Well, Night Shift was sort of, yeah, it was super late. That one had unnecessarily thin paper. Like when people got that, Chismar at the time was blaming COVID and the price of paper going up. Well, that's not our problem. When you promise us one thing and we give you the money for that thing, you have to deliver that thing. Otherwise, you're an asshole. That's how it works. So he's an asshole and he did very thin paper. He threw it in there. So I think there are a lot of unhappy people with Night Shift. I have the artist edition of that. I did splurge. Oh, yeah, The Shining and Night Shift. I did splurge to get remarks for both of those. And they offered that for the stand. I'm like, you can pound sand up your ass. And then they offered it for Pet Cemetery. But since I didn't order Pet Cemetery, they could pound sand up their ass on that one. And I'm happy to watch them fail. I accidentally exited out of YouTube. Jeff, can you start again from the top? Yeah, I'll try. Red Dirt equals Martian soil. Yeah. The movie is pretty much like the book. I don't think I saw the movie with Matt Damon. I don't know. We've been watching. We're trying to finish watching Squid Game because Squid Game season 2 came out, so we want to watch that. So that's if you're wondering what Jeff watched or is watching, but I want to see a good horror movie, and I know there's a ton, and I want to see Long Legs. I think there's a bunch out there that I need to catch up on. But anyway, so Ronan, go to if you have the money for Curious King, you're gonna be thrilled. You're just gonna be over the moon with what you get from Curious King. Over the moon, maybe all the way to Mars. I don't know. But it's amazing. Love The Martian. The Broken Binding edition looks really nice too. Oh, Broken Binding. See, that's kind of where I'm at right now. You know, we all go through our eras. I had my CD era, I had my Suntop era. I think now it's my Broken Binding era because I got some stuff. The Devils shipped, so I'm getting the Devils. And what really is inexplicable is that it's still available. So I can't imagine why this is still available. It's shipping. So you could go and buy it right now and not wait at all. The Devils for 30 pounds. I bought it when the conversion rate was chef's kiss. So, you know, it's like you're going to get you're going to get slapped a little bit more than I did, but yeah. But there's The Martian. Is that new? Or is that's been around and gone? You know what's not here? You know what's nice? Third Rule of Time Travel is no longer here, and all these other titles still are. I like that. If I were Philip Fracassi, I would gloat a little bit. I'd be like, yeah, mine's sold out. Chew on that. Inexplicably, it's not sold out at Fantasia. That doesn't make any sense to me. It's a beautiful book. I am very tempted to send my copy back to Francois for a remark. I'm really tempted. Yeah. I have my Broken Binding version of The Martian, and that's good enough for me. It's a beautiful signed trade edition. I'd like to hear your review of Long Legs. I was really pleasantly surprised by Heart Eyes. Ugh. I'm so far behind on good horror movies. I haven't bought a Broken Binding book yet. I'll look into them. Oh, Steven, you've got to. I mean, Broken Binding did Third Rule of Time Travel. I'm going to get my Devils, so I think I get that tomorrow. Or maybe not. But I'm getting it this week. So I'll be getting the Devils. And they also have Hyperion by Dan Simmons. Then, of course, there's Black Crow, which is like Broken Binding, but for horror. And they have Buffalo Hunter there. So I don't know if I'm getting Buffalo Hunter this week. So anyway, those are all Broken Binding's a great option. It just sucks with the conversion rate right now. You should be able to get it a little cheaper if it's, you know, like you can almost get a little bit of a sale going when that dips. And I hate to see that hurting SST with sales. That's the world we live in now. The Martian was in the Broken Binding sci-fi sub. Yeah, it's gone now, so I think it's sold out. Broken Binding is awesome for the cost. Yeah, so I could show you, like, it's not even I mean, I shouldn't ever hedge at an excuse to share a Philip Fracassi Third Rule Time Travel. So this is the broken binding edition of Third Rule. Had sprayed edges. It was hardcover when the trade release was paperback, and it was signed and hand numbered, limited to 500. So hand numbered. I dig that. I like that as a nice touch. And it had the dust jacket. And so it's a trade edition. It's an upgraded trade edition, essentially. But you'll see the Devils when I get that. It has stenciled edges. It'll have, you know what? I could show you that too. Don't mind me. I'm just over here. And this isn't really broken binding, but this is Black Crow, which I think they're an offshoot of broken binding. This has sprayed edges, but it also has this on there. Look at that. Look at that. I love it. I love it. And that detail of the little light in the window, love that too. So it has sprayed edges. It has cool end sheets. So this is Black Crow again. And very affordable. And this is also hand numbered. This is 896 out of 1,000 with Grady Hendrix signature. This is sold out at Black Crow. But that's kind of what you can get from Broken Binding. Some upgrades. You'll see. Go to Broken Binding, you'll see. And they do fantasy and sci-fi. Black Crow does horror. That's the delineation there. So and they're really reasonably priced. So that mega recos for you. From me to you. Just as Mark said, Broken Binding are awesome for the cost. Yeah. Yes, Black Crow is UK. I have Buffalo Hunter coming. Yeah. My tray case for Third Rule has shipped. Mine as well. The tray case, I'm gonna get that tomorrow. So I'm gonna share that with everybody. Oh, that is so awesome. That is so awesome. Yeah, I can't wait. I don't think the link is in the description of this video. It will be tomorrow. When you see that, that is bibliopathologist, right? Bibliopathology. I don't know. I'll link to it. And he's doing Gerald over there is doing amazing work on enclosures. And oh my god. I have high hopes. I do too. I'm getting 2 packages from Twisted Retreats tomorrow. Twisted Retreat is another UK book place. Now, they're a subscription box, and I've never gotten from them before, but I'm getting Every House is Haunted by Ian Rogers. So that's another one coming. Again, I'm in that Broken Binding, Twisted Retreat, Black Crow era of very affordable books that are still very special, signed. I'm all about signed trades now, but again, of authors that are right there, the ones I want. Twisted Retreat is US based. Is it really? Oh, I am a dumbass. I seriously thought, oh, you know what? I got them mixed up with Abominable Book Club. Abominable Book Club is out of the UK as well. Now, I might be wrong about that, but I think I got them too. I got it twisted. I got it twisted. Okay. So, okay. Well, that's good. So then you don't have to worry about conversion rates because that Ian Rogers book was like $29, I believe. How do I get a tray case for Third Rule? I'm going to have to. Let me see if I could pull it up. Or did I? No, that was Curious King. Let me see. Let me share it with you. 1 second, please. So this is Bibliopathologist, and you can go to this is their site, bibliopathologist.com. It says /commissions, but just click on shop. Shop shows up, and then you got these are journals. This is very cool. I didn't see these before. They're nice. I like that. Maybe I'll get one and I'll write a story in it. But this is it's called the Temporal Vault Archival Clamshell Box. You click on that and then you order the hell out of it. And it's for your broken binding edition, so it's not going to work on the tray case on the paperback. You could probably put the paperback in it, but it's going to be way too big. But I'm not saying you can't do what you want with your own stuff. You buy it, you could fill it. You could fill it with state secrets and put it in your garage next to your Corvette. I don't know. You could do whatever you want with it, but it's for the broken binding hardcover, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. And I will share mine with you tomorrow so you can see it. But bibliopathologist.com/shop. You know what? I'm going to probably blow something up, and I'll just drop it in. I'll just drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat just like that. Drop the link. Okay, I did. See? I ordered the tray case just the other day. I missed it originally, but got one ordered. Yeah. You can't not love it. And if you value that book and Phil Fracassi the way I do, you just got to do it. Swung an exciting trade last week for Tyler Jones's Midas from Earthling. Finally get a chance to own and read this one. Well, that's funny because Midas is doing an edition of Midas. Lethe Press is doing an edition of Midas that'll be a trade maybe in June. So you'll be able to read it. But you've got the Superior edition. The trade paperback's going to have a different cover that anybody who loves that book has got to get. Ben Baldwin did it. And yeah, we're all going to have to get it. So congrats. What'd you trade for it? I'm very curious. Get them while you can before the publisher comes after them for copyright infringement. Don't even put that into the universe, Stephen Wayne Elson Jr. It's a good day to be a Tyler Jones Patreon. He shared the Midas cover coming up, and it's amazing. I know it is. I was going to share it, but I couldn't. I ordered that because I love Fracassi, although I wasn't a fan of the book. Yeah, I know, and that's a shame. Everybody's maybe because it starts out with a plane crash. I could see how that would be a turnoff. I'm not getting it. You're not getting Midas. Why not? You have some insider knowledge or just an educated guess? I'm joking. I want it. I just don't want Stephen Dwayne Nelson Jr. to speak it into existence. No current knowledge, but companies tend to take the hard line. I don't think anybody will begrudge him selling a few tray cases. Traded a Thunderstorm Black Voltage hardcover Love and Hate in the Time of COVID by Brian Keene. I think I got the better end of that deal. You did. No two ways about it. Oh man. That I would have felt guilty. I would have had to send another book along because I'm like, there's no way this is fair for you. I'm kidding, Ron. If the person entered into the trade willingly and knowingly as an adult, cognitively, with all their faculties, then that was their jam. Jeff, I got the Ian Rogers book the other day from Twisted Retreat. Guess who published it? If you said CD, you would be right. What? Oh, so they took, okay, so yes. Ah, damn it. Okay. So they rebound the Ian Rogers Every House is Haunted was a CD book, and they rebound it. Right? Is that what okay. Is that you didn't answer? I don't know if you answered. I can't hear you. I'm all the way over here. Oh man. Well, that's fine. I didn't give them any money. I didn't give Cemetery Dance a dime. It's a shame. I went back to the CD forum for the first time in a while, just to tell people to check their copies of The Stand to see if any of them have ink transfers. Turns out nobody else seems to have that issue. But if you're getting The Stand, give it a good look, give it a thorough look, and see if you're like me, been targeted for the shit, the shit book, which is fine. I'll take it. But it broke my heart, man. I could understand how Francois felt that way because, like, the CD forum when I first got my 25th anniversary edition, and I discovered Cemetery Dance, and I saw that forum. That is why I loved that forum, and the people there are amazing. I love all the people there. Just some of the best folks, man. Ron, you're there, you know that. Martin, Jason, Tacoma Diver, all kinds of great, wonderful people. Brian Freeman used to be there, not Brian James Freeman, but another Brian Freeman. Just awesome folks, man. So it's like there was a home and a community and a hub and a spark, and Richard Chismar took all of that away. I said it in my video when I unboxed this behemoth. He stole my joy. Like, this should have been a total victory, and he stole it. That's worse than any of it. He stole Francois' joy by denying him his credit. So Jeff got a special selection from Chiz. Yeah. Well, technically, the first edition of Every House is Haunted was published by Chizine Publications. Not to laugh at your pain. That's fine. No, I laugh. I mean, you have to laugh. I'm still kicking myself for not getting into limited press editions when the CD It came out. I was only 25, but I could have afforded it. Live and learn. Well, yeah. We always regret the things we didn't do. And so, yes, I do wish I had gotten on the scene with Centipede Press's Salem's Lot in 2004. And then Cemetery Dance in 2011. And then they did The Dark Man, which Mitch now has my copy. And so, yeah. It's a shame. It's a shame. But yeah, I mean, you could have it, and that is a fantastic book to have. I actually read my copy. Hey, Richard Chiz on this. It's actually extremely well done. Oh, take out your mystery walk and do a side-by-side review with The Stand. That would be impossible. I couldn't hold it up. But, did anybody else get one of these? It's a magnet with their copy of Mystery Walk. It's very cool. I'm digging it. I'm loving the magnet. So I just want to let you know. But yes, Mystery Walk showed up. Very cool bookmarks with your number on there. I got 555. I looked up my Matthew Corbett series books are 566. But this is cool. This matches my Child Alone with Strangers. And we have the Ben Baldwin art. And I'm telling you, Brian James Freeman not only learned the craft, but he did so much more than Richard Chismar could ever do. And this is a beautiful book. If you've not seen it, Tim got his already. There was a delay while Brian James Freeman was waiting for the foam so he could ship the rest. And yeah, Mystery Walk. Look at that. I've not read Mystery Walk, but the best part is the naked book is like it reminds you of it reminds one of A Child Alone with Strangers, So like bonded leather, beautiful stuff, man. Just did a fantastic job. No sprayed edges, ribbon page marker, and yeah, signature sheet. Beautiful, beautiful book. I mean, there's no comparison to the Stand as far as the binding and the quality of the materials used. No comparison. This is heads and shoulders above the Stand. Now, it's a shame because the art is what makes the Stand sing for me, and I'm dying to see how that artist edition turns out, which should be coming this summer, according to their production page. So, and I have every reason to believe it'll come. I don't doubt it will, because that process is, I mean, it's all printed and bound. They just need the tray cases, and they had enough money in the bank to release the gift editions. I'm hoping and I'm betting they have enough money to release and ship those artist editions. I paid them in 2018 so much money. And think about that. All that money they got in 2018 and 2014 and all the years, and it slowly trickled to nothing. I'm sure I don't see how anybody gives them any more money. But to think of all of that, and they just paid electric bills with that money, and they needed more money, and then they did Flight or Fright, and what was the other book? Facing the Crowd. Somebody raised the point. Gwendy's Final Task. Where's that limited edition? Nobody knows. There are so many books. I talk about the books that I've ordered that I didn't get, but there's so many that I didn't pay attention to because I wasn't collecting and from them anymore. It was like, when I get the Stand, maybe I'll consider buying from them again. Now I have the gift edition, and it's like, it's unthinkable to buy that Pet Cemetery for me. Give it time. I'm sure Suntup will do more King. What? I need to go search my box. Are you talking about what are you talking about, Stephen Wilson Jr.? Stephen, seriously, what makes you think that? If anything, I would say we have seen evidence to the contrary. Oh, about Stephen King. I don't know. I think the clock is running out. Oh, you're talking about the magnet. Yeah, you better check your box, Stephen Dwayne Allison Jr. You better check it, because this was right on top for me. It's very cool. And you're a super fan. I can't imagine he would have missed sending you one. Unless you were in the first batch and this was sent out as an apology for those people who had to wait, which is possible. Because Brian James Freeman is the kind of guy who makes up for things he doesn't have to make up for, as opposed to his former boss, who really, shits all over the world and doesn't apologize. Magnet. I don't think Suntup will do another King. No reason to. And I'd rather him focus on other authors. Yeah, at this point, I think Paul's probably at a good place where he doesn't need King, and he's doing such fantastic work. Like I talked earlier about not buying the numbered editions. That doesn't mean I don't want all of them. That doesn't mean like I would love to be getting a Black Phone or a Kin or whatever else from Suntup. I would love to get all the numbered editions, but I never did. I did not get a magnet either. Oh, you guys better. But my delivery was delayed by lack of foam. But mine was as well. I just got mine today. So check those boxes, guys. If you've thrown them out or whatever, if you haven't, go check them. I wonder if I should ask if they're shipping my copy of the Stand. I would think that they at least have a label and I get an informed delivery. Yes. You should, if you have informed delivery, you should see when they print the label. It'll say shipping label created. You know this, Jesse. You know this probably just as well as I do. And they weren't batching them out they were packing them up in bundles of 500. So they got to go through all, whatever. It's going to take a long time to ship 4,000 books. Was the magnet inside the cellophane wrap? I did not see one in my box. No, it was right on top. It wasn't in the cellophane. It was on top of, it was underneath the foam and on top of the book. I got the magnet, and I'm pretty sure I was in the first batch. Had my copy for 2 weeks now. I wish someone would do a standalone deluxe of King's novella, The Mist. One of my favorite novellas of all time. Something along the lines of The Black Phone by Suntop. That's a great idea. That is a great idea. That would be worth doing. And maybe, you know what? What if Suntop did it? That would, people go crazy. I couldn't justify The Black Phone, just not enough content. My magnet was on top of the book. Yeah. I emailed Mindy about my copy of The Stand. She said they'll be shipping copies all throughout May. So it might still be a while for you and me, but we'll get notifications. Yeah. You will. They do that. They still do that. But think about that. They got to ship all those books. Whatever money they got for The Stand is all gone. And now they got to ship the artist edition. Whatever, all the money they got for that's all gone. I did hear they're going to do another Stephen King book. That'll be a cash infusion. Maybe that's like the thing that gets the Ponzi scheme flowing again. I just don't see how any author is bringing their intellectual property to Cemetery Dance. There's Shortwave. There's Lethe. I was going to say something about Lethe because he had some tone deaf comment a long time ago that really pissed me off. But whatever. There's Lethe. There's Clash. Shortwave. Shortwave's awesome. I hope Shortwave becomes the new indie author trade publication house. I really do. Thanks. I guess I can wait a little longer. Yeah. No magnet for Stephen Wales Jr. You've got to have a magnet, man. You've got to. What if I got two? If I got two, I'll send you one. I don't have two. No. Nope. Just the one magnet. If you emailed him, Stephen Dwayne Allison Jr. out of Michigan, and told him you need a Levidian Publications magnet for your metal helmet, that when you go motorcycling around the world, you want everybody to know you're a Levidian boy, he'll send you one. You'll get one. If you just email him, you'll get one. You know this. You know this better than I do. You guys are better informed. So what's this about Lethe? Nothing. I say too much. Well, you know what, Jesse? If we're ever out having beers together, I'll let you know. Jesse, a lot of people got The Stand and never got a shipping notice. I think I did. I received a box from Shortwave today. D7 plus their new killer VHS book. Nice. Yeah, I should be getting D7. I'm getting D7 this week. The Devils. Maybe Every House is Haunted. The time travel tray case. Yes. So though I'm getting all those. Oh yeah, by the way, I just had this out. I don't know. I had Mystery Walk. I showed you Mystery Walk. It goes with my first edition second printing. I don't know why I did that. Blame it on the Jeff Ward Stout. So what do we talk about today? We talked about Twisted Retreat. Every House is Haunted. I believe that's sold out, right, fam? Is it sold out? And I didn't know they were that's fun to know they were a US based place. Well, you might hear some music. Don't worry about it. Shop past boxes. Is every house is haunted? Guys, okay. I'm happy. I was a little too happy right there. I'll admit it. I was a little too happy. Oh, okay, get out of there. So yeah, everybody, you can still get it. Every House is Haunted by Ian Rogers. $30. I shared it with you before. So the guts are all Cemetery Dance, but the rebinding is all them, is all Twisted Retreat. So it looks awesome. So every house is on everyone. I mean, every's a big word. You know, it's like everyone. Twisted Retreat, every house still available. They did a wait list thing. So it was I'm surprised it was available because, you know, there was a demand for it. Quite a demand. Maybe they overcompensated for that demand. It's possible. So, yes, the double ship, the Twisted Retreat. Oh, Stephen Owen Nelson Jr., I got a question for Cairo Terra Press. I just subscribed to the newsletter. Is it true they're doing a King in Yellow? Because I saw the buzz about it. I saw the chatter. A King in Yellow was brought into my home by my daughter. She told me about this book. And if Cairo Terra is doing it, I would love to be aware and possibly get on some sort of a pre-order thing. I don't know. I've never followed Cairo Terra, and I just subscribed to the newsletter, so I doubt I'm going to get past newsletters from them. But who knows? You're the one that mentioned it, I believe, or someone did. RA's house is haunted, but the poltergeist isn't creative, not moaning or slamming doors, just turning on the bedroom light. Lame. I'm like, everybody talks about ghost stories. I'm like, what's the worst thing they do? Flick a light? Bump into a wall? Boom. Ooh, that was a bump. Oh, the window rattled. Ah. Oh. Could you imagine if, like, that's all a criminal ever did? We'd have no crime. Like, ooh, this guy came by and he rattled on my window. Ooh, are you okay? I don't know. Ghosts are not a threat. I'm sorry. Ghosts are not a threat. Then again, could be the 50-year-old electrical work failing. That's scarier. You see how that is? That is scarier if your lights are flickering and then there's an electrical fire. Yeah, I don't know why I looked up at my light. I don't want to speak things into existence. Jeff, yes, that is the rumor. I will let you know when they send out the super secret early order links. They usually send those out the Wednesday, Thursday before the public sale. Okay, well, I can't crash any parties. I'm not that guy. Like, I can't order anything, but if you just give me a heads up, I would love it. The real fear is that poltergeists bump your walls hard enough to make you have to pay a contractor to fix it at modern prices. See? It's like, in this economy, oh man, you put a hole in the goddamn wall. And then the poltergeist gets like, oh, I pissed him off. Like, I didn't scare him, I got him mad. And it's like, oh, seriously, it's not, you just get some spec. You know what? I don't have time. I have a job, and then I got a channel. And then this weekend, I don't know if I could share the business, but this weekend there's a town in Tennessee doing a strawberry festival, and I'm going to be at it. A strawberry festival in this town in Tennessee. It's like right near Chattanooga. It's called Dayton. They do a strawberry fest, and I'm going to be there. going to be fun. Not in an official capacity, but I got a lot going on. Like there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm supporting someone who has a booth and will be selling some things. If you would like to come buy some things, if you are near there. I think I covered off on any tax implication. I mentioned it on the channel, so I think we're good. I got the Lovecraft Volume 2 from Cairo Terra today. Very nice. Same, stoked, nice. I once had a ghost slime me in a New York City library. Slimer. Oh, Slimer. That's why I insist we have a ghost, Steven. Better than paying an electrician. Okay, Venkman. Do a live Jeff Word at the Strawberry Festival. I was thinking about it. We'll see how it goes. I'll be in a booth. I'll be sitting there surrounded by cute little items for sale. And I'll be sitting there and I may or may not have my laptop with me. I may or may not flip it open and start broadcasting. I don't know. You never can tell what a Jeff's going to do. You should dress up as the villain from Strawberry Shortcake. Who is that? Pied Piper? What was he? The Pie Man, the Purple Pie Man. Man, I have to lose a lot of weight to get as lanky as that guy. I also have to grow taller. My shortwave delivery included the Fracassi book, but also a pamphlet about a guy teaching his kid to be a ghost. Saddest thing I've ever read. Oh my God. That does sound sad. You made me sad just by imagining a guy teaching his son to be a ghost. Wow, what a heart-wrenching thing. What a brilliant story idea. But heart-wrenching. Oh my God. Let's see what we talked about. Oh, we talked about everything. The fire starter, we talked about Cemetery Dance blundering their way through the Stand release. I mean, they're probably like, look, we got it out. Like that's as much as you're ever going to get from us anymore. We're just going to get books out. There's no time. Is teaching someone how to be a ghost a new euphemism for murder? No, to me, that sounded like a father of a terminally ill child. I mean, that's what it sounded like to me. Telling his kid, oh my God, how could you even do that? You couldn't even do that. If you have a terminally ill child, how can you sit there and talk about, oh, in the afterlife, it's going to be amazing. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. Like, how can you even put your brain in that space? And how can it feels like giving up, even if it is positive. That is more along the lines of what I was expecting, but Jeff is right. Oh my God. Gotta go. Have a meeting in 3 hours. Thankfully digital. Have a nice one. You too, Einar. Good to see you. And Stephen Dwayne Allison Jr. is cutting out. I mean, we're all going to be getting going in like a minute and a half. We're all going to get going. I talked about the Tyler Jones Midas release. I just couldn't share with you the cover. Understand the cover is awesome. Understand that it's going to Lethe Press, and you're going to need another edition of it. I'm glad though that Ron is covered irregardless, and he has the superior edition, the hardcover first edition. That is the way to go. So you're winning at that, Ron. I will say you can read that teaching haunting story free here. He did a colon, but nothing showed up. Oh yeah, chapter 1 of Overpass dropped today for the Patreon supporters. Because it's a long novella, but he's given us that story in installments. Yeah, Ron, I don't know why it didn't share the link. If you did share it, I think there's an admin thing that just takes it a while. Yeah, that is Dungeon Caller. Producer Jill bought it for me after last live, so I have to read it. But also, you will not break me. I think that's I like that. I sent the link twice. Not sure why it's not coming up. Sorry. I think it's like a spam protection. You just tell us where to go, or the name of the author and the title. I think we'll find it. But I appreciate, Ron, you trying to do it. Yeah, so I got this, but I also got the audio, and I'm going to listen to it, but I have to. I had a hiccup. Like, I didn't have I need to know which Amazon account I'm using, and depending on which Amazon account I use, that depends. That requires a different password, so I need the right password to download the audiobook, wonderfully provided to me by Kevin. So thank you tremendously, Kevin. And I want to listen to the audio because Patty and Kevin both said the audio is a total experience. But barring that, I might just have to read the book, which is usually my preferred method. So, but yeah, Dungeon Crawler Carl. Everybody's raving about it. It's the trendiest, buzziest thing in the world. Yeah, Ron, if you could tell me the author and the title of the story, or email it to me, or maybe you already did. I don't know. Maybe perhaps you did. I'm gonna look. If you did, then I could put the link there. No, you didn't. That's okay. If you have it later on, drop it. And I don't know if I want to read a story like that because it sounds heart-wrenching. And I will cry like a little baby man that I am. Well, okay. Good night. Take it easy, Russell. We're there. We're at time. We're time. I made it. I have a deal with the devil that if I don't go 90 minutes on the Monday, that I will die right there. Just emailed it. So I have to go 90 minutes every Monday for the rest of my life. So here's the link. I'm going to drop it into the chat. So in case anybody wants it, you can go grab it. I don't know how this looks. Haunting Lessons by Patrick Barb. Good night, Brandon. Good night, number one. There's the link. Haunting Lessons by Patrick Barb. Oh, God, I can't even imagine. But thank you so much for sending that, Ron. And thank you, everybody, for being here. And for everybody who has had a rough week, get over it, walk it off, rub some dirt on it, come here, laugh, even if you can't. Like they said, if you're too tired to do it anyway. If you're too bummed to do it anyway. Got to go. A little surgery tomorrow morning. Oh, nothing like surgery. Night, everyone. Good night. Mark, I hope you do well in surgery, man. Just drop a bomb on me at the very end here. I hope whatever you're going through is manageable and you're all going to come out on the other side happy, better, stronger, smilier, and frostier. So stay frosty, and I'll see you again next Monday. Or maybe I'll see you from Strawberry Fest. I don't know. Stay tuned. Who knows?